Hey guys, welcome to the weekly beatdown. I'm. What are you making me laugh for? Yeah, I was about to say we're relatively new to this type of thing. I'm Curtis' friend, and I'm here with my brother Toby. Say
Hey
hi.
yo!
To start things off, I think we're going to go for our douchebag section. Does that sound about right to
I
you?
think we shall.
And I wonder who it's going to start with, Toby. Who do you think?
Douchebag of the month is blatantly John Jones.
Yes, we're generally douching all over everything. UFC 151 was going to be a good card, and unfortunately Dan Henderson was out with I think a partially torn ACL or
Yeah.
something.
He didn't have to have surgery though.
Yeah, luckily enough, which he hopes he can be back by the end of December, probably the December 28th card or something. And John Jones was offered
Chel Sonnen.
yeah, Mr. Chael Sonnen, and that would have been an amazing fight. And Chael Sonnen offered to fly to Vegas on 8 days' notice with no training against the apparent third best pound for pound fighter.
Yeah, not even in a good shape either.
No, and it still would have been a very entertaining fight. Not to say Chael Sonnen would have won, but it would have been nice to see him kick John Jones' ass.
But then Greg Jackson had to intervene.
Oh yeah, he's I'd say he's our like runner-up for douchebag of the month, Mr. Greg Jackson. You know, whispering in John Jones's ear, telling him not to do that because it's one of the worst decisions of your career.
Well, I think Greg Jackson knew John Jones was probably going to lose that fight.
Yeah,
So that's why he didn't want him to take it.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because I think John Jones has a slight issue with wrestlers. Because I think if Rashad Evans, instigated
You've never really seen John Jones on his back before.
No, would be interesting. It's just such a shame, and I wish Dan Henderson all the best on his road to recovery.
And I think Chael Sonnen really would have got under John Jones' skin really badly.
Yeah. I think he still is. The fact that he's actually asked Chael Sonnen to stop bitching at him.
He's asked Dana White.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. He's asked Dana White to stop Chael Sonnen bitching at him. And it's basically like telling your teacher at school that you're being bullied.
I know, it's hilarious, isn't it?
Yes, and he's a grown-ass man.
And him saying he would have paid the fighters' wage.
Yeah. He said he would pay everyone on UFC 151's, all the fighters, he would have paid all their wages, but he decided not to because they're all saying shit about him.
He couldn't afford it even if he wanted
to. No, he's too busy getting bitching lessons. Anyway, what else were we going to talk about? Oh yeah, Tom Watson.
Making his UFC debut.
That's on
the Nottingham card.
Yeah, the Nottingham card. It's going to be very, very good. Although he's on the Facebook card, which isn't.
We think he should be on the main event.
Yeah, we think he should be on the main event. I mean,
really deserves to be on the main event.
I know he needs to sort of prove that he's as good as people say he is.
I think he's against Brad Tavares.
I don't really know.
Yeah, I think it's Brad Tavares.
Yes, I'm sure however the fight goes, it's going to be fantastic. He's just generally a great fighter.
I think he's going to be better with his kickboxing in that fight.
Yeah,
Tom Watson.
Yeah, I think
he's going to control it everywhere, to be honest.
Yeah, in his fight against Ninja.
Oh, Ninja, yeah.
How great was that fight?
He dominated.
It was like from.
I don't even think Ninja.
Did it go all rounds, or was it 3? Or
5 rounds, and
you knocked him out in the end.
In the 4th, I think.
Yeah, it was generally awesome. That was the last time we saw him, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, his last fight. That was
his last fight.
That was it. Jack Marshall. Yeah.
Yeah.
He fought Jack Marshall in his last fight.
Yeah, and he knocked him out, right?
Yeah, in the 3rd.
I don't really know.
Yeah, it was in the 3rd.
Yeah. Frankie Edgar now replacing Eric Koch against Jose Aldo for the what weight title? Featherweight title. I think that'll be a much better fight.
I think Frankie Edgar's going to win.
How sure are you?
100%, because he may be cutting weight to 135, is it?
Frankie
145.
Edgar? Yeah.
But when he comes into the fight, he's going to be a lot bigger than Jose Aldo will be.
I think so, and I think
wrestling's a big factor.
Frankie Edgar, he's a tough SOB,
and he's got good boxing and good speed.
Yeah. Like he's got something. We saw in the Ben Henderson fight. He took as much as he possibly could.
I think he won that fight.
Well, it was quite controversial, I suppose, much like the first time they fought each other.
Yeah, but I think Frankie did enough, in my opinion.
Well,
he controlled it with his boxing.
Yeah, I mean, it generally wasn't. Unfortunately, it generally wasn't favoured by everyone.
For me, Ben Henderson didn't do anything to make the fight his.
Apart from, was it that one, or was it the one before where they had the up kick?
Yeah, that was the first fight.
Oh,
but I think that's what won him the first fight as well.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe
definitely.
So. Now on to UFC 152. You think?
Do our prediction, shall we?
Okay. let's start from the prelims. Yeah.
Yep.
Jimmy Hetz versus Marcus Brimage.
I think Jimmy Hetz is going to win by unanimous decision. I think he's just going to out-grapple him in that whole fight.
I'm actually going for Brimage.
Okay.
Yeah, knockout.
Okay.
I'm not going to say a round because I'm always
Matt Hamill
wrong.
versus Vladimir.
Hold on. We got these guys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I'm starting here. Sean Pearson and Lance something.
I can't pin it. I don't know.
We'll skip that. Skip that. Lance TJ Grant, versus Evan Dunham.
Dunham by unanimous decision, or maybe a submission. You might submit him.
We'll skip that too. Cub Swanson versus Charles Oliveira.
Charles Oliveira definitely by submission.
I would say the same.
Rear naked choke. I think.
And for this one, Matt Hamill versus Vladimir Matmashenko, I'm going to say,
good fight.
Yeah, it's a very good fight. It's good to see that Matt Hamill's come out of retirement, which he didn't even need to retire in the first place.
Not after 2 losses.
Matt Hamill, I'm going to say, is going to win this.
I'll go the same. I think Matt Hamill's wrestling is going to be a big thing in this fight.
You think?
For me, Vladimir's too old. I don't think he can take much more punishment.
Well, I've got to give the guy some credit. The fact that he's as old as he is and he's still not on TRT.
I know, that's very good.
And, I respect, I'm not going to go into TRT in this blog because it's very, I could go
talk
for hours.
2-hour blog.
Anyway, Michael Bisping and Brian Stan. Of course, we've both got Bisping.
Yeah, so good.
Mind you, Brian Stan's a very good fighter. I'm sure he seems like a very nice guy, but I imagine in a...
Only people like him is because the whole war vet thing.
Yeah, and Bisping's just generally a tough asshole.
I think Bisping I'm going to say he's going to win by unanimous decision.
Yeah.
But if Brian Stan can manage to take him to the ground, Michael Bisping has got a better ground game off his back than anyone thinks he has.
Right, okay.
I think he can control the fight wherever Brian Stan puts him.
Right.
The only thing he needs to avoid is Brian Stan's right hand, and I think he'll easily run through that fight.
Right, okay. Joseph Benavidez versus Demetrius Johnson.
Now this is a flyweight fight, and it's very, very good fight.
Yeah.
A very, very good fight.
Who have we got for this?
I've got Benavidez.
Yeah.
By guillotine, because he's got a very, very good guillotine.
I'm actually going to agree with you there.
And I think he's a better all-round fighter.
Yeah.
Because if you see Demetrius Johnson in his first fight against Ian McCall, which I think he lost.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh, well, he lost. I think he lost that fight, but it was no contest.
Right, okay.
So I think Benavidez is going to win that.
John Jones, Vitor Belfort. And now this is a fantastic fight. It'd be good to see Vitor fight again.
I know I don't like John Jones, but for me, he's going to win by 3rd round TKO.
You think so?
I really do. I like Vitor a lot.
See, the thing is, John Jones, whenever he faces anyone, you want anyone to beat John Jones just because he's a douche.
I just don't think Vitor's got it.
Well, I'm going to say in an ideal land, I want to see Vitor Belfort beat John Jones. I think, I don't know, a submission in round 2 would be fan-fucking-tastic.
Unlikely for
Vitor. Unlikely, so I'm going to go for Vitor Belfort. I don't really care. Okay. Would you say that wraps up for today's... have we got anything else to talk about? Oh, Wanderlei Silva, man.
Oh, yeah, we've got to send our condolences out to his mum.
His general family for the fact that his father car accident.
Yeah, very bad.
Yes, yeah. Generally,
very sad.
Generally bloody awful. He was supposed to be fighting someone, wasn't he? At some point?
Who was it? It was Alan Belcher.
This is how prepared we are.
Yeah, it was Alan Belcher, I'm pretty sure.
Alan Belcher, we're pretty sure. I think that wraps it up for this week's
We'll be doing a blog every Tuesday.
Yeah, we're going to try and get them out to you every sort of Tuesday.
Maybe Wednesday at the latest.